Here we go. Is anyone? No, please don't let this be a trap. I doubt it would be. There's Aurora.
안녕, 반가워.
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
귀신처럼 갑자기 뒤에서 튀어나오지 마.
미안.
Sure, but sorry. It's just a force of habit.
너 진짜 계속 사고만 하면
You
무슨
sound so polite and honest, but you're just shitty stuff behind people's backs. Right,
할머니도
Granny tells
그렇게
me that
말했어.
too. Come to think of it,
너
you remind me of
할머니,
her.
할머니랑
Sometimes you two
비슷하네.
sound really
가끔
similar.
뭐?
뭐
Well, I could.
안될 건 없지.
So, what's the purpose of this meeting?
미행은 없어. 이제
Fuck there.
당신
Over to
차례.
you.
Excellent.
The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character, and then he just appears out of nowhere. He's so fucking cool! I should probably hear what he sounds like in English. I'll probably do that after I finish the quest. I'll switch to English and then I'll go back through the quest list. I'm only interested in the intel. There's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash, and that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid. I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you've crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you're by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth of that Pyro Archon Mavuika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
불의 신의 계획은 이미 알고
As
있지.
you've already been informed by the Pyro Archon's plan,
물리치고
in
나타를
order to defeat the Abyss and save Nowland, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
네가 그걸 어떻게 알아?
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Nowland, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistakes. Now you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you? Yes, a way to keep Nowland attacked, even if her original plan fails, but given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from her hesitation, fear, or even naivety, I cannot say, but Nowland cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of this decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There'll be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss. We have to make the decision for her, here and now. You have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Saritsa's plan? Seize the Gnosis. Gnosis has something to do with this backup plan? I knew you'd be clever enough to see that. That's right. I did not seek to seize the Gnosis for the Saritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged. And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
누군가 있어.
Someone's here. Oh, there's his Electrovision.
무언가가 이쪽으로 다가오고 있어.
Someone's rapidly approaching.
무언가? 네 할머니다 이놈아.
Oh! Hi, Sitlolly! Where the heck did you appear from? Oh, she was probably keeping a very close eye on him. This thing was a miss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools and an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Oran, including with the Fatui? Here we're going to cat your tongue, huh? Really think you can avoid just scolding just by staying quiet?
피한 적 없어.
I'm not trying to avoid anything. Talking back? Well, go on, explain yourself. What the heck are you up to? Where are my tools? That's fair. If I don't teach you a lesson right here now, let me get out of this topic as the traveler's plea. This isn't over, you hear me? We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Oron for me. Captain was interrupted at the most crucial moment, but if Oron's still here, maybe we can still learn the rest from him. Oh, what? What? I have to return to the stadium? Having Ganesh was the best idea in my life. Pulling for him. The best idea in this entire game.
이 나이 먹고
So, is the
너
situation
같은
not
게
perfectly
진짜
clear? You've got a head on your shoulders, Aura, and use it.
대체 왜
Why did you have the
카피타스를
captain?
간
And I
거야?
want the truth this time.
대답 안 하시겠다.
Let me ask you a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in that one?
죽은 척하니?
Zoran has no intention of answering her.
생각을 좀 해봐.
Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe.
평소엔 말 잘
You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw all that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
미안.
Did you have to hear all this?
듣게 해서.
Well, it's definitely a little awkward.
친구
It's like going to
집에
visit a friend at his house, only to suddenly hear your friend berating a naughty Saurian.
소리치는 걸
Or
보면
just hearing your friend get berated by their parents.
엄청 구체적인 예시네.
Well, at least specific analogy. Wait, do friends really do that? Yes, and every time my friends scolded Saurians, they would look at me the same way we're looking at me right now. Helpless and embarrassed.
지금 혼나고 있는 건 너거든.
But you're the one that's getting tattooed. I'll stop making this about us.
미안. 조금만 더 참아. 할머니도
Dude, you've got a
꼭
point. Then please just hang in there for a little while longer. Granny should be done with her scolding lesson soon.
뒤에서 뭘 쓰군대는 거야?
That's between yourselves that I've listened to me.
참나.
You know what, fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear without the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me? You say all that right things, but when you go and completely ignore me, well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables. Point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. That's nothing I can say to get through to you. If you're still thinking about that so-called duty, please just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to the state because of you, and we've long closed the book on that incident.
그런 거 아니야. 늘 자포자기하는 말을 하지만 그냥 하는 말.
I know you tend to get yourself down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell this really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
너 목소리가 왜 멀리서 말하는 것 같지? 분명히 여기 있는데.
정말 미안해. 하지만
Sit down, so I've got to go.
얼른 당장 돌아와. 얼른.
Powder from plant spores, is that the trick he used?
갑자기 사라진 거지? 속임수야.
Trick of his. Grand spores and powder sprayed into the air. It can be manipulated to create an illusion.
전혀 알아채지 못했어.
He must have put a lot of time perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days.
나쁜 놈.
Next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
일단 진정해.
So why does he feel like he needs to run from us?
자꾸 도망치는 거지? 나타를
He still doesn't want to tell us anything about his goals.
아까 대화하는 거 방해해서 미안해.
Didn't be able to hear them out. There's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial. Probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. That brat, I swear. Probably has some sort of substantial plan, otherwise Oron would have no reason to keep following him. Meeting again is out of the cards now, so it might be faster just to approach the Fire Ark and confirm what the captain said. I can tell that Oron's stubbornness has hurt Ceylali deeply. I need to find a way to comfort her. What's all that about Oron's duty? We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this. Whee! You two have some time, feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat? It's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is. Let's somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me. It's okay, we can cover our own bill.
정말? 사준다는데 참 돌아오는 길에 시틀라리 여행자 말이 맞아. 우린 노련 왜 너희까지 내 호의를 거절하는
You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks. I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
돈몇 푼이 뭐 대수라고.
Guys, we're definitely due to do a meal after all the time we spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I still like to think I'm not completely useless.
알겠어. 시틀라리 스테이크 드링크를 먹으면 기분이 좋아질 거야.
I'm interested to see where this quest will go. Oh, I have to go to the inn. What's the fastest way to the inn? I imagine it's probably one of these. Wish you'd be able to read people's minds like what else did Samara. I want to order some food and fruit juice while Ollie begins chugging down the bottle after bottle of wine. You see those two standing by the door? They're like splitting images of each other. Oh god, she's completely drunk. She's... Huh? Could it be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Get me another bottle. Do you think she's drunk? I'd be surprised if she wasn't. Alright, it's not every day we can see Granny Italy here with some friends. We're the ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Silali. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know. I don't remember the last time I saw her with a new friend. Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Match of the Night, when most days hardly anyone ever dares to talk to her. Those people about me right from my face, are you, Chunka? This animation feels like an MMD animation, I'll be honest. I'm just happy to see you bring over some new friends after all. Any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too. That's enough. Go on now. I'm sure other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave. Trunka leaves slowly downs a few more glasses and stare blankly into space from her chair. You start wondering whether she's actually drunk or working through some complex problem in her head. Probably the former. Definitely the former. I like these faces they give characters. Who's that? You got some gall calling me by first name. I guess you want to test your skills against Granny Italy, don't you? She is so drunk. She is slammed right now. Still with us? She's kind of talking to no one. Chumps come around here, pick a fight with me. Well, you know what happens next? You lose and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats started, I finish it, and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shamans. Come on, monster me? Really? What did I do to deserve that? I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation and advising the chief and speaking with the Y-Up, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know. Yeah, and I have to mentor off for all the new kids. New kid, yeah, you. I guess I'm a new kid. How to use fine phlogiston? She's gonna fall. She's gonna collapse. And now she's... She falls with her eyes open. Behind this pitch black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke, the lingering smoke. Is this whenever she's had a few too many drinks? Her mind actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of sleep. No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Silali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers. The red color of danger has never risen within the pair of eyes. You awake? I'm gonna hurl. Oh shit. It's past. I thought you were about to barf all over the table just now. Sorry you had to see me like that. It's never happened before, so I've never thrown up, not once. We didn't ask it before. Feeling okay? Want to take a quick walk and get some fresh air? She needs water. So much that I wanted to say, but I can't. So simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we only just met? You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say. That's all important. No, seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? Talking about shame. I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it. Should we just tell her? Silali. Try not to get too upset. The events that took place during Oran's rescue as objectively, fairly, and impartially as possible. Silali shared some of her senses with you through a spell, allowing you to temporarily hear her thoughts. You heard. Hearing under my breath is one thing. Hearing what I'm over my own head. It's like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing. Just the people in general, okay? It doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in pajamas sometimes. Okay, you look dejected. Take a walk with me. I have things to share with you. She's completely given up, like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate. You should just follow her, just to make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. Because I'm pretty sure she's still hammered. I didn't think we'd be seeing a character get just my brain has forgotten where I am. Whee!
어때? 경치 좋지? 그러게. 전망이 되게 좋아. 진짜 울고 싶다. 울지 마. 어떻게 위로해야 할지 모르겠다고.
You know, I was trying to think about why I like her design so much. Her design feels very Tower of Fantasy to me. And I really like the Tower of Fantasy designs for characters. I guess that's where this right now feels like a Tower of Fantasy scene. Like the scene with oh wow, I can't remember her name. She's like one of the main characters of this story, and I can't remember. Oh, it's been a while. The story of Tower of Fantasy was really weird to get through, considering a lot of it is actually locked behind a different quest that they don't tell you about. Expression okay? Figure of speech. I'm just embarrassed. You were thanking me even after you helped me all this time. Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way. I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long, it might as well be true. Kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say. More powerful? Are they afraid of you? Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that and people stop knowing how to deal with you. What about you? Are you scared of me? Looking enough for my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing. I make people realize that no matter how hard they work, they'll never become a living legend like me. Not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe. Just pretend I never said anything. Shalana has full faith in your abilities, and Oran didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right? Oran's a special case. I've already told you about her plan, and you've given so much help to Oran and me. You deserve to learn the full truth. Oran's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child. Reason being, his soul is incomplete. The Master Knight would view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune. No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured by some wild beast. Master Knight wouldn't believe they can see human souls, and in Auron's fragmented soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. Possibility to turn Auron into a vessel for lost souls. The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him, Auron would then be sent to the Night Kingdom, return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening the ley lines and completing the ceremony.
잠깐만, 말이 좀 이상하게 들리는데?
Wouldn't that just kill him? Now you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls damages the Night Kingdom even further. The ceremony could send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Auron, would be sacrificed in the process. I wasn't surprised the chief of the time came up with a plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears, and now you have the chance to make things better. Of course you're going to take it. Well, the chief asked for my opinion. I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. So they went ahead with the ceremony. It failed, and Auron escaped with his life. Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval, but it's not like I did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Auron would probably be dead. Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear, but what kind of message would be sending by sentencing a newborn to death by using a human life as a tool? It's not right. So when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction and absolutely relieved by the result. The plan was never a secret, or I guess I should say, there's no point to keeping it a secret. A simple investigation from Auron would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived, and he never really said anything to the contrary. But just as I was about to put all this behind me, he asked this question: would Natlan have been saved if the ceremony succeeded? He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Auron has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of us. He understands just how dire the situation with the ley lines has become. Maybe he chose to work with the Fujui because he still thinks he owes a debt to Natlan. I can only imagine what they told him. Didn't the captain say he found a way to stave the crisis? Maybe that's what brought Auron into this. We can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back. Look, Sukasali, maybe you should help back and get some sleep. Probably drank too much. It's okay. The fish is doing me good. Forget that. I need to go home. I hit it a little too hard. So much already. How could I even begin to thank you? Azami, Jorios Fable. So you don't need to worry about us. I want to see Lumine Princess Carrie sit Lolly back to her house. I'll go home and get sleep. We can figure out the next meal in the morning. No, you're not gonna let me Princess Carrier? That would be awesome. I'm gonna guess this is the end of this part of the quest. We're back with the captain, don't you think? We should tell the Pyro Archon what happened. Or what we learned. You mean about the mega plan? Really what the captain told us? We should just be upfront with her. That wasn't the end of this part of the quest. Interesting. Officially meet the captain. Just what is he searching for? Ah, fuck. Alright, I forgot I can't climb in here. Oh. Ow, fuck. I just punched my bed frame. And it's Silali again. Already here. I was just about to come get you. That's impressive, especially after all the drinking last night. Let's not bring it up last night. I'm embarrassed about the whole thing.
나도 시끄러워서 깼어.
Anyway, I was also woken up by the commotion. Looks like there's all the warriors from the stadium are on the move.
여러 지역이 심연에
Very many areas have been attacked by the Abyss, including the Masters of the Nightwind. I need to head back right away.
심연이 또 혼자서 괜찮아.
I'll be fine. We also have the support of the warrior stationed at the various outposts. Given the quick response, things shouldn't get too serious. Stadium could always use more manpower, so you should join forces here. I'm done making excuses. He's not a child anymore. He needs to take responsibility for his actions. I was the one who voted to vouch for him, so I need to report back to the Speaker's Chamber. I'll accept however they choose to handle the situation. But I should be able to convince them to let me back to my tribe first to deal with the attack. As for the ancient name, once we end this crisis, all touches won't run away. Don't worry, I never forget a promise to a friend. Thank you. Cool. This situation is pretty serious. Looks like a lot of people are heading to the stadium. Let's see what's going on. Is Capitano here again? Please? I want to hear his voice again. I didn't know who voices him in KR. Oh! Our Star Outlander has appeared. The whole Star Outlander thing. Just while I was saying how awesome you are, we've got a real emergency on our hands, so this is the perfect time for you to show off your skills. The Abyss suddenly attacked the Collective of Plenty, the Master Nightwind, the Children of Echoes, and a number of our camps and outposts in the wild, all at once. The attacks are increasing in frequency. Tribes have plenty of defenses, so they're safe for now, but I can't say the same for the adventurers and merchants stuck in the wild. Chaska and I have been searching for survivors and treating the wounded. We just got back, but we need to head out again soon. I plan on heading back to the Collective of Plenty, just in case my tribe needs me. Where are you gonna go? I'll go help the Children of Echoes. They're the closest, so I can start fighting right away. What about you guys? No worries. Go just leave the Children of Echoes to us. Maybe yours truly will have the abyss on the run by the time you're finished. That'd be pretty great, actually. I hope my tribe does get through okay. I'll be fine. Your tribe doesn't do all the bodybuilding for nothing. Let's part ways for now. And most importantly, be careful, everyone. She has a pretty good voice, too. And some of us need to avoid getting contaminated by this dangerous-looking substances. That will make my job a lot easier. I really have to do this now. Let's hurry up and talk to the Pyro Archon so we can help the others. Yippee! Ba-ba-da-ba. I didn't realize she's literally standing up here. It's you two. See, things are not looking good right now. People across Natlan are in danger. Look, I'm very interested in your recent adventures, but this is not a good time, so we'll have to keep our conversation short. We met the captain. Huh? Yep. So he thinks my plan is too risky. He thinks I'm being stubborn. Can this just do what he said? I shouldn't underestimate the Dewey's ability to gather intelligence. The Gnosis does have that function, but there's more to that story. I'll let you honestly, but you must help me keep this a secret. I can use the power of the Gnosis to save Natlan, but it comes at a heavy price. The Gnosis would drain all the souls and memories from the Night Kingdom and weave them into a giant net which would surround the ley lines and protect them against abyssal corrosion. It means sacrificing those souls in the process. Souls are just another form of life. The cruelty of this method is self-evident. The Night Kingdom not only houses the souls of the dead, but also our memories and legends. Using Gnosis means converting all three into material for the net, erasing our history and culture. Even then, the net can still become corroded. If we cannot find a way to repair the damaged ley lines before that happens, then all the sacrifices are for nothing. Given the enormity of the price, it's a solution I refuse to consider right now. I want us to win, but I also care about how we win, and what that means for us in the end. It's true, both plans come at a risk, but after weighing our options, this is our best bet. I'm surprised the Gnosis has a function. It doesn't sound like something an Archon would do. Is unique among the nations of Tevat. Given the ever-looming threat of the Abyss, the Pyro Archons had to account for the worst-case scenario. Having a contingency plan is our duty, not just to the people of Natlan, but to all who live in this continent. Still, this has always been a well-kept secret. I'm very curious what the captain learned this information. The captain said he found another way to solve the problem. Could be equally as extreme, though. Without the Gnosis, we should have no other option, but I see no reason for him to lie. Seems like our only path forward is to track him down so we can answer that question for us. Parkon just shared an important secret with us, and she seems sincere. Figuring out the captain's supposed way of saving Natlan is the
그
key.
표정은 뭐야?
Expression, you seem to have doubted me even just for a second. Maybe a
에,
little.
그럴 리가 야,
But what are you talking about, traveler? As expected. I appreciate your sincerity. Maybe it was out of caution, anxiety, or simple curiosity, but know this. No matter what, our goal remains the same. We both want to save the people of this land. To be honest, at this point, being sus of the Archon is basically our job at this point. First of all, we had to learn that the first two Archons are actually just normal people living amongst their people. One of them, people I didn't even know was still on Tevat, as far as most people are aware. The Animal Archon shouldn't even have been anywhere in Tevat. So the only people that know that where he is like 4 people, including myself. Zhongli is technically dead. So there's no Rex Lapis. He's dead. We had to fight. We fought Raiden twice. Sumeru, we were less sus of the Archon as much as the fact that the Archon had no authority and had been basically put to the wayside by Azar. And then we get to Fontaine, and it turns out the Archon isn't the Archon. The Archon was still the old Archon, but that Archon was still was inside of a machine that killed herself. So, Archons being sus is kind of just par for the course.
내 대답을 들은
So
지금
now that you have your answer, do you still doubt me? Not at all. I do.
너 진짜
But I doubt more or less the fact that after all this time, there's still like only 2 options, and you come across no others,
그게 더 좋아. 아,
and both are really
그리고
bad.
앞으로는 그냥 마비카라고 불러줘. 내 친구들도
Oh, and feel free to call me Mavuika. That's what all my friends call me, and I like it that way.
카피타노에 관한 건
As with the captain, the
인간의
intelligence
행적을
officers we assigned to them for 2 weeks should be back soon. We'll get our answers then.
그럼 조금 더
A little longer.
기다려봐야겠네.
The beginning of a real disaster? Not just yet. Even though the Abyss is tagged at several occasions at once, I'm confident the warrior stationed in those areas can handle it. Don't worry, I just need to finish coordinating our available manpower. Then I'll take a small team to handle the difficult locations.
직접 나서려.
어, 맞아.
I'm far less powerful than a god in my current state, but don't forget, I was experienced in powerful war before I ever became the Pyro Archon. No matter how you look at it, my duty is on the front lines. I just think there's strength in numbers. If the people feel emboldened, that's just a bonus. Even if we respond to these threats in time, it's not a permanent solution in the long run. I've considered moving my people to other nations, but given their close connection to the Night Kingdom, a forced evacuation would have devastating consequences. I've told the chiefs of each tribe to strengthen their defenses and advise people against leaving their settlements. Now I just need to find the right time to disclose the true nature of the crisis to the people of Natlan.
그때 어떻게 될지 조금 걱정되는
I think a lot of people will join the fight. That won't be the only response. In any case, that's for me to worry about. I'll let you know when we have more information on the captain.
우리도 슬슬
Shut up. Maybe we can join up with Milani. She can't be too far ahead.
걱정 마.
I think it's kind of interesting how each nation knows or doesn't know about the fact that their nation is currently in the midst of a massive issue or problem or just something like that in general. Mondstadt just kind of suddenly had a dragon problem when we finished and then we fixed the dragon problem. Classic knight defeats the dragon stuff. We were there to witness the problem with Rex Lapis's death, but then out of nowhere, people had to suddenly deal with the fact that there's now a fucking water snake dragon thing. And then, like, everyone was scared they were gonna die. In Inazuma, everyone kind of knew where the problem lied. In Sumeru, the whole fighting the god thing just kind of came out of nowhere.
여긴 안전해요.
Also, I was nowhere near the fucking point, was I? I don't think I was anywhere near the spot I was supposed to be. But the, in Fontaine, everyone kind of knew that there was a whole, like, prophecy thing that was going to occur. But here, people know there's an issue, but they don't really know the scope of said issue. Like, they don't realize the problem with the whole Natlan is going to be destroyed in less than a year.
카츠나, 그쪽엔 몇 명이나 남았어?
How many people do you have left?
전부 데리고 나왔어.
They've all made it out.
여행자 페이.
Oh, I'm coming from behind? So I came from... I don't know why I'm coming from this direction.
지금 상황은 어때? 캐러밴이 고립된 곳이
There's a
한
trapped
군데
caravan
남았어.
that needs your help. We need to rescue them as soon as possible.
나도 가.
Is it gonna give me like a freeze alone? Nope. Okay, good. I'd rather keep my Kanish, thank you very much. Yeah, it's just over here. Oh, we've got Abyss to deal with. So I didn't even think about the fact that I'd be fighting. Please don't give me a Zalonin. Oh, what?
조심하고.
Come on. Why are you climbing? Let me move, please. Thank you. I'm trying to switch to... There we go. Yeah, she doesn't do jack shit with the damage. Also, what's with the trial Kachina? Where's my Kachina? Like, I want my Kachina.
먼지가 태워.
정말 감사합니다.
I really thought I was done for.
죽을 줄 알았어요. 어떻게 감사를
Can't
드려야
thank you enough.
말씀을요. 무사해서 다행이에요.
We're just glad you're okay. Let's see, your goods look fine too. Guess the Abyss isn't after Mora.
이제 메아리아
That should be the last
열심히
abyssal
생겼는데
pylon near
전부
the.
해결된 것 같아.
Okay, I thought she was about to say that should be the last of their worries. Scary, but we did it. I was like, where's Tilani? I thought she would come with you. Master Knight would also get attacked, so she went back to help her tribe. She said we can deal with the ancient name later.
그렇구나.
That makes sense. The attacks are more urgent.
여기서 길게 얘기하기도 그러니까.
This isn't a good place to talk. Let's head back to the tribe. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Happy sounds. Oh wait, I'm completely out of phlogiston. A few people were hurt after all. I should have got here sooner. The Abyss threw a lot of us at us at once. I rushed out as soon as I heard the alarm, and there were already so many monsters. Before long, Kachina brought over a whole group of warriors, and just like that, we destroyed several pylons as a team. I wasn't in charge or anything, we just happened to be together. Still, I think this proves that camping in the wild was a great idea. That's how we were able to respond so fast. Sleeping on the wet grass was pretty uncomfortable, but it was worth it. That sounds awesome. I mean, the situation is not looking good. Situation in Night Kingdom, right? I feel the same way. We've managed to keep it a secret all this time, but more and more people are realizing something's wrong. It's impossible not to feel anxious when things are getting worse by the second, and all we can do is to wait. We still don't know when the final two heroes are going to appear. That just means we need to buy the Pyro Arc one more time. Keep pushing, everyone. Every battle is worth something. So, the ones we're still waiting on is Masters of the Nightwind and Flower Feather Clan. I'm really curious if the Masters of the Nightwind will end up being either Oron or Sitlali. But I don't even know if either of them have ancient names, is the thing. I don't think Oron does. From Optimus Milani, you always find a way to cheer people up. Thank you. I guess it's only one of my better qualities. I learned a few things you should know. Share the captain's intel.
자세히 듣진 못했지만
So specifically, the Power can confirm that the nurses can resolve the crisis, but it comes at a huge price. Captain finds out about it, goes to fight the Power Archon, and calls her out for having a solution but refusing to use it. Honestly, if he has the same information as us, I can't really blame him. It's probably because our plan is too risky. It's so risky. We don't even know if the 6 heroes will reunite in time. We talked to Mavwika before we left the stadium. According to her, the cost of the captain's plan is too high. And while it makes sense, if that was truly the better choice, she would have picked it. I chose the Fire Archon. When I was upset about Katina's disappearance, she was really sincere and patient with me. Plus, she burned down all those precious mementos for Katina. She already proven how much she values even a single person's life. When it comes to Natlan's survival, there's no way she would hold back.
그리고
Maybe the captain weighed the cost and came to his own conclusion, but I'm sure we have different priorities. Life is important, but so are history and memory.
소중한 가치가 있어.
Archon, she can't tell us everything, but it seemed like she wasn't holding anything back this time. Next question is, if the captain found a way to save Natlan, how come the Pyro Archon has never heard of it? Isn't this he from Shizhnaya? Why would the Fatui want to save Natlan?
지금은 정보가 너무
We still don't have enough information. Once we figure out what the Fatui are doing, we'll have our answer. I am going to just say this. I think that Capitano is from Natlan. He may live in Snezhnaya, but I feel like some people are going to be like, but he has a Snezhnayan vision. Well, actually, I don't even know if he has a vision. But like, even if he has a Snezhnayan vision, we know from a couple people that you don't have to like live in an area or be in an or what vision you have just depends on where you get the vision. Like Chiori is more or less a Fontaine character, but she still got her vision in Inazuma, so she has an Inazuman vision. But Wanderer is, technically speaking, a Snezhnayan character as well. And, well, technically more of an Inazuman character, but his vision is Sumeru. So, it is very possible he works for the Fatui, but was born in Natlan. Let's head back then. Lavwika said her intelligence officer should return soon. That many Fatui there are, someone's bound to give us something away.
난 따라갈게.
I have a few theories of my own. With a bit more information, we might just get to the bottom of the whole thing. What to help our garrison? I was just about to ask. If it was just a bit faster, we could have prevented a few people from getting hurt. People who could help us in the next battle. It's all a chain reaction. Go register right away. It shouldn't take long. Everyone's looking for people. I'll just follow you around. You know, go where you go, do what you do. You have to follow my orders. See you later. Let's head back and get celebrate once this is over. We're still only in Act 3, which I think is kind of interesting. We're still in Act 3, so I'm kind of just sitting here waiting for Act 4. Oh, hey, Pakal. Oh, wait, I have to go all the way to the Speaker's Chamber. Across the entire nation. Also, I really do hope we get a new part of the nation soon, because this place is way too fucking square. I don't like it when the nations are like super square shaped. Like this is more like a triangle-ish. I like it when places are more interestingly shaped. Especially when they have like really interesting borders, like what the heck is this? Like what is here? What is supposed to be there? Also, I'm still annoyed at the fact that this doesn't go fucking anywhere. I've had this here for like over a year. Specifically just so because I was waiting for Natlan to be right here. I was like, oh dang, and then I was waiting for Natlan and waiting for it to be right here, and it wasn't. It might just be more Mondstadt, to be fair.
난 괜찮아. 두 사람은 야외에서
They
움직여.
ran into the Fatui while out on a mission and decided to follow them.
진정해.
Oh, no, let me explain. Here's what happened. Oh.
조심해. 오인단이야.
It's the Fatui. Oh, but it looks like they're actually helping two people.
사람들도 심연에 습격을
Fact by the abyss. No, wait. It looks like they're protecting a group of travelers. Over here, do you see?
정말이네.
Alright, there's a traveling group from Natlan. Could they be trading for something? Let's keep observing for now. Roger, okay. Given the Prince of Abyss monsters all over Natlan, you should cancel your journey and seek shelter at the stadium or one of the tribes. I wish something we could give you. We don't expect anything in return. We were out on a mission and saw you being attacked. It was our decision to help. If you truly wish to help repay your favor, you can keep the secret. If anyone asks, just say you were saved by warriors from Natlan.
하지만
Asking you to cover up our activities. We haven't done anything illegal. Our captain simply wishes to remain undisturbed. Unless the decision remains yours. If you wanted to keep quiet, you would have employed a harsher method.
들었어?
We could go now.
저 사람
You
분명
mentioned a captain. Isn't that the progress I was looking for?
근데 거래가 아니라
Still, there was no trade. They were just helping people in need. I didn't sense an ulterior motive. I didn't believe the captain when he said he wanted to save Nowlan, but based on what we just saw, it's possible he was telling the
우리가
truth.
우인단에 대한
Maybe we've been wrong about the
너무
Fatui this whole
강했던
time.
아직 단정할 순 없어.
It's too early to say. Let's follow them and see what's really going on. That is a very bad idea. I don't think you realize just how good the intelligence network is for them.
엄청 삼엄하게 지키고
This is where they were
있네.
headed. Looks tricky. It's heavily guarded on all sides.
여기서 잠깐
Wait here
기다리고
for me.
있어.
Wait for me here. I'll go in and check it out.
잠깐만.
How are you planning to get through all the guards? I can use this terrain to my advantage. With our tribe's special way of getting around, I doubt they'll see me coming. We still can't see anything on the inside. What if you can't get over find cover? You won't have anyone to watch your backs if you're going alone.
경비가 삼엄한 곳일수록
The more heavily guarded the
조사에
location, the more valuable the secrets. Even if the captain isn't here, we can still figure out what the Fatui are planning. That intel is worth the risk.
그래.
You're not going to listen to me, so let me come with you.
아니, 그건 더
That's even more risky. You've been running around saving people for days. You're already at your limit. I'm confident I can protect myself. I'm not sure I can say the same. I'm not sure you can say the same, at least not right now.
할수 있어.
Really believe that?
믿든 말든 마음대로
Fine,
해.
don't believe me, but you can honestly tell me infiltrating a heavily guarded Fatui hideout all on your own sounds more reasonable. Chaska, she's kind of right. The Fatui aren't exactly a weak organization. They are one of, if not the most powerful organization out of all of them.
언제 내가 고집 부려서
Even if I
언니한테
insisted
깨친 적
on doing
있어?
something, it never gave you any
언니는
trouble. I'm not sure you can say the same.
알겠으니까 그만해.
Alright, if we start agreeing, this will never end. We can't let this opportunity go to waste.
패배를
Means I win. Don't worry,
인정하는
you're
거지?
not the only one capable young person from our tribe. I can
그럼
handle
예전처럼
this.
따로 움직이자.
Same as usual, we split up, communicate with hand signals, make sure our blind spots are covered, and support each other once we strike.
응, 가자.
We're obviously not going to be able to do anything. Tippy-toe, tippy-tippy-tippy-toe. I'll be honest, this looks very horribly guarded.
여기엔 감시하는 우인단이
So we have eyes all over this place. I should wait for Koichi's hand signal. You're on top of a tree. How are you not being seen?
지금이야.
So you have to choose to go within a 6-second period.
죽기 못지않는 기회.
Here's what I'm gonna get. I need to act. Interesting how they're not actually letting us do the thing ourselves. So it's like whatever this way is. Made it without getting caught. I should get to the platform over there, but it's guarded by the Fatui.
아직 트위치 쪽 시야가 좀.
She's in line of sight. I'll wait for her signal. Bro, how are you not being seen? It's like she is staring right at you.
신호다. 지금이야.
Been a while since we've had to do
여기선 더 이상
stealth stuff.
도움을 주기 어려워 보이네.
It's no use staying in one
나
place. I should
같았으면
keep moving.
언니도 눈치채고
Like Chaska's helped me
우인단의
keeping an
움직임을
eye on the
가지고
Fatui
있어.
movements. I'll wait for her
언니의
signal.
신호를 기다리자. 지금인 것 같아. 휴, 위험했다. 한 번에 가긴 무리야. 다음 기회를 노려야겠어. 기회다.
Wow, okay.
올라왔다. 어디 보자.
Two's occupying all the best locations. If we could just get past them somehow.
아, 그거야.
What is it? What? Test out the mysterious sphere? What the fuck is this?
무슨 소리지? 뭐가
Something
터진 것
explode?
같았는데.
Oh, it stinks.
이게 무슨 냄새야? 아우 지독해. 이 자식들이 누가 할 소리?
좋아. 다투기 시작했다.
And it looks like they just need an excuse. They probably had enough of this job already. Over the help to the comments. This is our chance.
언니, 내 신호 보이지? 나 잡아줘.
쥐쭈. 손 내밀어. 어서.
가자. 아까
Checking this
봤는데
way is completely clear. It should lead us to the deepest part of this place. This is super sketch.
남들은 나 같은
Yeah,
조용한
everyone
사람을
usually
예뻐해서
jumps
안
at the
다니는데
chance to
언니가
work with me.
나를
Not my own
피하니까.
sister though.
왜
She avoids me
그러는
like her life depends on it.
내가
I was wrong,
잘못-
Quitchy. You've done well.
말에 아무렇지도
Are you just gonna
않게
admit it? Now I
대답해버리면
look like the
나만
mean
일단
one.
할 일에 집중하자.
Let's focus on the task at hand. We're in the heart of enemy territory. The more time we waste, the more dangerous this becomes.
알겠어. 언니가
If you're gonna
그러면
take the bait,
나는 더
then
안
I'll drop
따져.
it.
근데
Looks like the
우인단이
two are
이렇게
here to
많은
dig
인원을
something up.
대사하는 게
I'm surprised they
한국은
mobilized this many
문화나
people.
역사에
I doubt
관심이
it's because they're
많은가?
interested in our culture and history.
내가 볼 땐 놈들이 찾는 건
Since looking for the
유명한
dragon
비밀
relic called the
장치다.
source
그런
mechanism.
고대의 물건은
The device is
남아있는
ancient.
기록이
Barely
적어서
any information
현지인조차
survives to this day, and
사용법을
even
잘
people
모르는데
from Natlan don't
이런
know how to
거에는
use it.
우리가
Why would this be the Fatui's target? Looks like it's in good shape. This should be what our lord is looking for. Get this thing back.
가져간다니? 어디로? 계속 쫓아가.
너 계속 따라올 거야?
Maybe they want to keep going.
당연하지. 이렇게
무슨 소리지?
책을 들켰어.
네로 거기 돌 떨어진다. 조심해.
뭐야? 진짜
Bruh. Koichi, what is wrong with you?
우인단의 추격을 겨우 따돌리고
Once we got them off our
다시
tail,
길을
we went back to
쫓아갔더니
observe some more. They'd
똑같은
collected
물건을
several
몇 개나
identical
모았더라고요.
pieces of something.
다만
Looked like they were
당분간
waiting though,
다음
so we
행동에
decided to
착수할
come
필요는
back.
없어 보여서. 그럼 추이추는 녀석들한테 자기 상태도 모르고
She pushed herself to her and collapsed on the way back to the stadium.
그래도 작전 중에
I didn't cause you any trouble while you were
겹치는
doing
거
fighting,
같잖아?
right? So my perfect record
결과적으로는
remains.
둘 다 잘해줬어.
I could make a comment on knowing your limits, but it's not my place.
네. 사실
I'm already
저도
reflecting
알아요,
on my
지금까지의
actions.
정보로 볼 때.
So our current intel suggests the is after the source mechanism. The device is a complete mystery even to us. What does the captain want with it? I have no idea, but it's safe to assume the device could serve a similar purpose to the Gnosis. I need you to gather every scholar in Atlan familiar with the secret source.
연락 넣을게. 둘 다 수고 많았어.
Thank you both for your hard work. Koichi, it's time for you to get some rest. Oh, and there are some gifts. I guess from your patience waiting at the speaker's chamber. I brought a small gift of my own as a token of gratitude. I'll send it to your home along with the others.
다들 이렇게나 챙겨주시다니.
That's so nice though. I guess that means I'm doing something right.
브레신님의 선물은 받을 수
You don't have to
없어.
give us anything, Archon. We were just doing our duty for now. I should take Koichi home now. Koichi doesn't want her favorite source crackers. Except, what am I gonna do with you? There's some for the rest of you as well. They're one of my favorites too, so don't be shy. I'll start investigating the source mechanism right away. If I learn anything, you'll be the first to know. Of course she wants snacks. Jesus Christ, Paimon. Oh, I hate that's such an awkward spot. I told you to hold the button. Why are you not doing it? Fucking piece of shit. Every goddamn time. You never do what I tell you to do. Yeah, when I want you to not hold it, it does. Go over it.
너희는 이제 어떻게 할 거야?
추이추 가출을 집으로 데려가서
So I can put you home. With our parents there to keep an eye on her, I can make sure she actually rests.
무슨 죄수처럼
It's not like I'm some kind of
말하지 마.
prisoner. I'll be fine in a day or two. There's no need to go all the way home.
매번 그렇게 별일 아니라고
That's what you always say.
여기는데
Everything's
그러다가
no big
큰일이
deal until you
생기는 거야. 널
collapse.
여관에 뒀다가
What do you
또
think this
시민이
text again? You're
나타나기라도
saying if I
하면
let you rest in a
넌
hotel,
호각시리게
you're not going to
붙잡아서
rush
바로
out the
뛰쳐나갈
minute you
거잖아.
hear the alarm?
안 그럴게.
I won't triple promise I won't.
알겠어.
Fine, on the off chance something like that were to happen, I might. But I'm a doctor. I have a duty to help people in need no matter how hard or tiring the work gets. Look after yourself too. I guess you're right.
우리 처음 만났을 때 기억나?
So you really won't try to slip past me and do something dangerous. I do the same for anyone trying to put their life in danger. As a doctor, I don't want people to get hurt because of a rash decision.
그럼 너도 입장 바꿔 생각해봐.
Then try to see things from my perspective. You clearly want to protect your patients, so why can't you understand why your own system would feel the same way about you?
내가 보기엔
So we're the same, you know.
뭐가 똑같아?
I disagree. I understand the risks and costs of my decisions. What's to be like here? Overconfident, always making excuses when things go wrong.
그건 좀 무책임한 바로.
어디 한번 제대로 따져봐.
They really are the exact same.
그만 싸우지 마.
괜찮아 페이몬. 너
Don't worry,
때문에
Paimon. You didn't do anything wrong. Arguing is just how we communicate.
맞아. 사실 나도
Plus, I guess
인생에
we are similar in some ways. Maybe I rush into things without thinking, but I learned that from her.
그래도 어쩔 수
We're
없지.
family. I can't tell if my older sister was a bad influence.
지금 그 말은 좀 걸리는.
그럼 화해한 거야?
한쪽이 완전히 굽히지
I was just tied to back down,
다툼이
so we always
사라지진
have our
않겠지.
differences, but still, we get along in our own way.
맞아. 난 언니가 백기
Keep
드는
up one day and realize I was right all along. I just need to wait.
어디 한번 기다려 보든지.
I guess, come on, let's get you
가자,
home.
우린 여기서 잠깐 헤어지자.
너무 서두르지 말고. 응, 또 봐.